Alright, we just saw lightnings. There. So, basically, you know what time it is. It's that unit review. I do apologize. I didn't do one last week on the Maestro girl. I forget her name. But, you know. So, without further ado, we'll get into, you know, going over how she is and what I think about her, and you know whether you need to pull on her or not. Like, you know, based on, you know, your guys' unit needs. Obviously, that's going to be, you know, dependent on each person. So, Radiant Lightning does have access to 3 different chaining families: Bolting Strike, Array, and AT chaining. So her TMR, which is dual form, increase equipment attack by 100% when dual wielding. It's pretty nice for any dual wielder. If you have a Xeno, like, even for her, I think it's really good. Zan Tetsuken is her weapon. It's a one-handed sword, 169 damage, and then you get Radiant Paladin, increase equipment attack by 50% when dual wielding, and increase LB damage by 30%, which is really good as well. Look down the line, you know, she's got access to a pretty decent amount of weapons here. So the first one is called Flourish Steel. Like, it just kind of doesn't really change. It's just 1/1/1. Nothing special there. You got Spark Strike 2, which does an lightning imperil with a 1.8. And if you use after Paradigm Shift Ravager, you're going to get Spark Strike 2 plus. Then you have Seismic Strike, which is a 3.2 to all enemies. Nothing fancy there. Flame Strike, same thing. Fire Imperil. Frost Strike 2, Ice Imperil. Aqua Strike, Water Imperil. Here's her double cast. So you can cast all these with the double strikes. Crushing Blow with Bolting Strike. It's a 2.5 with a 50% defense, and it reduces lightning resistance by 75%. Skyward Swing, physical damage 4.5 to all enemies. Aurora Ray chaining frames. Then you have Stormblade is one of her, I think, pretty good moves. It also increases modifier to Crushing Blow and Flourishing Steel, Razor Gale, and Skyward Swing. Thunderfall Plus is saying it reduces lightning resistance by 80%. AT chaining, Razor Gale, 18 chaining. Decrease lightning resistance by 120%, which is just ridiculous right here. Really good. Then you have the double Gesalt is going to be all of these except for Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike is the 2 turn cooldown available on turn 2. It's 11 times mod. Decrease lightning resistance to 100%. Defying Destiny. 10 turn cooldown available on turn 1. Increases modifier to Relentless Assault and Stormblade. And then increases modifier to Crushing Blow plus, Flourish Steel, Razor Gale, Seismic Strike, Skyward Swing, and Thunderfall plus. And gives 500 MP over 10 turns to the caster. And then you have Paradigm Shift Commando. This is available on turn 1. So this is basically how you're going to open. You'd want to open with these and then start doing basically like Thunderstrike, Thunderfall 2 or plus, or in Stormblade. And then you got Paradigm Shift Ravager. That's available 2 turn cooldown, available on turn 1 to 60% break for 1 turn. Increase LB fill rate for 300% for the caster for 1 turn. Not anything great. Then you have Relentless Assault. It's a basically, you know, physical damage with AT chaining frames, and increases the modifier to Relentless Assault by 1. Army of 1 is a physical damage 8 times mod with makes it 16. You get 30 LB crystals and increase LB damage by 50% to the caster. Can't be dispelled. Aurora Ray. Next we got Flash on the battlefield. She's going to get some physical evasion and lightning resistance and enable dual wield. She's got 5% in auto refresh. Then she's got a buff to defend spirit by 20%. Seeker of Hope, getting their HP and MP by 20%, and then immune to blind, paralyzed, and confused. Those are all pretty important. God dang it, I don't know what it's about videos. Every time I do a video, I literally don't yawn until I do videos. It drives me crazy. Anyway, Endless Blades, increase modifier chain cap to 6 when dual wielding. So that's kind of like Xeno has the exact same thing. Miraculous Power, increase attack by 25% with sword and guns. And then, if you're dual wielding, you get a 50%. Valhalla's Call, you're going to get a 30% attack. And then increase Odin's stat bonus by 50%. So if you have a Odin on there, you're going to get extra bonuses. Counter Concurrent, basically she can counter physical magical attacks with 20% chance. Unleashed Power, she casts at the start of battle. Dual Wielding Paladin, if you're a TMR or STMR on her, you're going to get increased modifiers as Relentless Assault and Stormblade. And then Crushing Blow Plus, Flourish Steel, Razor Gale, Seismic Strike, Skyward Swing, and Thunderfall Plus. And then 2 LB Crystals, 20% HP. And then LC, is going to get 20% HP and MP, increase modifier to Relentless Assault and Razor Gale, and then increases attack with sword or gun. And then she mitigates 10% damage. She can reduce lightning resistance, and then 100 LB crystals. That's really weird. Okay, so I guess she starts off with her LB right at the beginning. Okay, it's pretty cool. She's going to get Thundaga, Karaga, Full Life, and Paraga. I don't really see you using that ever. Exclusive Materia, she gets some 10% to attack, magic, defense, and spirit. Her Limit Burst, so when you cap it, it's going to be a 10.85 times mod with ignore defense of 50%, increase light resistance by 120%. So you're going to do those two 10-turn cooldowns, LB, and then just start doing those two like Storm Strike and Relentless Assault, I think. And until you get LB again, LB, then do your cooldowns, basically, so on and so forth. She's not too complicated to use. She looked like she was going to be harder, but I feel like she's a little bit easier to use compared to Xeno. And then you're going to get modifiers by 1 to, Crushing Blows, Flourish Steel, Seismic Strike, and then 2 times modifier to Razor Gale, Skyward Swing, Stormblade, Thunderfall Plus, and then Army of 1 and Relentless Assault. I think your sprites... I feel like it's a little weird to see someone on a horse. But it's not too bad, I guess. I mean, maybe I'm just kind of like, man, what the hell? It's kind of weird. But I think, if you have Xeno, Esther, Regina, you don't need to pull on her. If you don't have those, go for it. She's going to stand the test of time, I think, pretty well. But, if you have those other characters, I don't think it's necessary. I am skipping on this banner. I have Axstar. I have regular Axstar, Xeno. I have Esther. I have Xeno. I don't need her. It would just be throwing that away. But next on the banner, we've got Never Ending Hope. He's pretty cool. It's more of a support character. I feel like it's got Quake and AT. Is Survival Knife. I think this is pretty nice. Say for like Sylvie, because you got Magic and Spirit, or Nickel. You get some high tide in this. Could be pretty decent. Then the next we got Shining Guardian of Hope. MP by 30%, Magic by 50%, and then increase light resistance by 100%. That's like the butter to me, is the 100% light resist on it. Sorry, throat dry. Okay. He's got dual cast. He's got Brutal Sanction. Chance to counter physical attacks taken by all allies except the caster, 100%. With a 1 mod, increase LB fill rate by 150% to the caster. He's got a defense break and an attack buff. So all of his buff by 130% and decrease by 60%. So then you got same thing, breaks magic, buffs spirit, buffs magic, attack and magic, gives LB crystals, 2 damage barrier of 30%, grants a health barrier. Decrease attack, increase defense. Break spirit, increase defense and spirit, recover 100 MP. Break spirit, increase magic. Flowing fortress, I think this is really good. Light and dark for 100 by 100 for 3 turns. Pretty decent, you know, for those clutch fights that you would need that. Magical syncrement, you get some MP, and then a mitigate damage of magic, which is pretty nice. It's got earthquake. I really don't see you casting his offensive abilities. Double assault, you basically do everything in his kit. Kind of nice. He's got last resort, 74% spirit break, increased magic by 250% to the caster. I really don't see the point of that. I guess it's kind of trying to get you to, you know, DPS with him. I wouldn't, but that's just me. Defying Destiny, Hope. He's gonna buff all stats by 180% for 4 turns. Can't be dispelled, and then mitigates damage for 40%. It's a good opener. If you're trying to OTKO something. He's got Concealed Rage. He gets some magic and MP by 20%. Memories of Mom, he gets another 30% magic. He gets 100% LB fill rate. Defense Spirit of 20% with light resistance of 50%. Gets bonuses if you have Alexander on him. Magic of 30%, HP and MP by 10%. Resistance to Confuse and Stop by 100%. Yeah, TMR on him, you're going to get 30% to all stats and another 5% MP per refresh. 20% HP. 40% magic and 20% HP and MP. And then he's got some basic black magic here, which is kind of nice. And then his limit burst is decrease all resistance to elements by 100% to everything. And then 200 MP, which is, this is pretty nice. The only thing I don't like it's 1 turn. Like, there's no way for you to keep it going without some downtime in there. So, he's okay. I don't think he's the greatest. I think there's going to be other better units later down the line here. Let me know what you guys are going to do. Are you going to pull on this banner? Are you not going to pull on this banner? Do you like Lightning? I like Lightning. I did play those these games, these Final Fantasies, and I really did enjoy her. I think her character is cool. Like I said, pretty cool. So yeah, you know, remember to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate all your guys' support. You guys, you know, make it easy for me to do these, and I enjoy doing it. So I'd like to thank you for that, and I'll see you on the next one, guys, and good luck on your polls if you do. Peace.